My name is Misaki, and I'm a full-time housewife. I live with my husband, Daiki, and our daughter, Sakura.
After that, we sang something about Sundubu Jigi and Takana.
Sundubu, what?
It's Sundubu Jigi with Takana. But it's true, Sundubu Jigi and Takana might actually go well together.
No, that's not it. You definitely sang the wrong lyrics just now. Right.
Huh? What I sang was correct.
Is it? Is there really a song about Sundubu Jige and Takana?
I learned it during singing time in kindergarten.
You sang it so well, Sakura.
No way. I completely don't understand it. What does something about Sundubu Jige and Takana even mean?
I can't help it if you ask what it means. It's a song about making a hot pot, right?
Right? Dad's being weird.
Am I the one who's weird? No, I definitely think the song is wrong.
We were living happy and fun days like this. Then one day.
And that's how it was. Dad was acting really weird the whole time.
Well, I can't say I don't understand how he feels.
But ever since then, he's been constantly complaining about it. So today, I plan to actually make Sundubu Jigi with Takana hot pot.
It's definitely going to be delicious, so this will finally quiet Dad down.
Haha, Daiki's got it tough, huh?
Sakura, it seems like Grandpa is also suspicious of Sundubu Jigi with Takana.
We have to make sure Grandpa tries it too.
No, please, no spicy food for someone in the hospital.
This person is my father, currently hospitalized and undergoing treatment for a serious illness. Sakura and I visit the hospital almost every day to chat about trivial things and cheer him up. On this day, I had some errands to run, so I left the hospital room early and unexpectedly ran into my sister's husband, Kanio, and Manemi.
Oh, you're here again. It's surprising you have so much free time with kids.
I'm not here just because I'm free, you know.
If you're not free, it feels like there's something suspicious going on. Anyway, how's he doing? How long does he plan to keep hanging on?
Seriously, I wish he'd just hurry up and kick the bucket.
Wah. Hey, don't say such bad luck things.
Come on, he's not going to just drop dead over a few words, right?
If you're that tense, you shouldn't feel obligated to visit him.
That's not the point. Actually, my father is the president of a large company, and our family is quite wealthy. Because of this, it seems my sister and her husband are eagerly awaiting my father's death for the inheritance. That night, they said that it's just the worst. I hope Dad doesn't hear about it.
That's awful, but those two haven't changed at all.
I almost wish they wouldn't come to visit. Honestly, it makes me feel sick.
It's not a superstition like Crow's coin, but it does have a similar creepy vibe.
Exactly. They've never cared about Dad at all until now. I was feeling angry at my sister and her husband, so I vented to Daiki. Daiki was also aware of their thoughts, and we were both exasperated by Manemi and Kanio's attitudes. A month later, when my father's condition suddenly worsened, we rushed to the hospital. Dad.
Oh, you're late, Misaki. What were you doing when you're clearly not busy?
Seriously, why do you even bother visiting every day? You're useless.
What? More importantly, how's Dad doing?
Looks like he's stable for now. He's just been sleeping. Honestly, why is he stable?
Right. He should just hurry up and find peace without trying so hard.
Hey, cut it out. Why would you say something like that?
What? Why are you getting angry? You're just being needy. It's honestly creepy.
You're trying to act like the good daughter in front of Dad to get more inheritance, aren't you? Just so you know, you won't be getting a single penny from the inheritance.
What? You're just a stepchild of Dad's late wife, and you have no blood relation to him. Did you really think you'd get an inheritance? That's hilarious.
You're so naive. There's no way we're giving an inheritance to someone who isn't his real daughter.
Sure, I may not be blood related, but I'm still Dad's daughter.
Don't make me laugh. Anyway, I'll be taking the entire 800 million yen inheritance, just so you know.
The doctor has already explained that he doesn't have much time left. So until then, you can stick around your beloved daddy as much as you want. Ha ha ha.
With that, Manemi and Kanio laughed and left the hospital room. Feeling pathetic for not being able to stand up to my sister and her husband, I was on the verge of tears. Then, my father, who had been sleeping until just a moment ago, sat up.
Misaki.
Dad? You shouldn't be sitting up yet. You need to lie down properly.
No, it's fine. More importantly, I'm sorry for making you feel uncomfortable.
You don't have to worry about that. Dad, You haven't done anything wrong.
Thank you, Misaki. You're truly a good girl. My precious, precious daughter.
Dad. Thank you. Hearing you say that makes me really happy. I just feel so pathetic for not being able to stand up to Manemi and the others.
It's okay. You don't need to compete with people like them. Listen closely to me. I want you to give up your inheritance.
Huh? Give up the inheritance? What do you mean? Is it because I'm not his blood daughter? Is that why you want me to give it up?
No, that's absolutely not it. I'm asking you to give it up, precisely because I care about you. You'll hear more details from a woman named Aya who will come later. She's trustworthy.
For my sake. Okay, I understand. I'll talk to this Aya person. After that, I spoke with Aya, who had come to see me, and decided to give up my inheritance as my father had requested. A few weeks later, despite the treatment, my father passed away and went to heaven. Not long after that, Manemi and Kanyo suddenly showed up at my house.
Come out. We need to talk to you.
We know you're in there. It's no use pretending you're not home.
What's going on? Making all this noise is a nuisance to the neighbors.
Who cares about that? Your father had a debt of 1.5 billion yen.
So you need to pay off that debt.
What are you talking about? There's no way I can pay that amount. You two should handle it. You were supposed to inherit 800 million yen, right?
Are you stupid? Simple subtraction shows that's not enough. Plus, after buying luxury homes and cars, that 800 million has significantly decreased. There's no way we can pay off 1.5 billion in that situation.
I don't know anything about that. It's your responsibility for spending it all.
If we're talking about responsibility, then you have a share in it too. You're a legitimate daughter, therefore, you must have a payment obligation too.
If that's the case, then shouldn't I have a right to half of that 800 million yen?
I already told you it's mostly gone. That money no longer exists, so you don't have any obligation to receive it.
That's just ridiculous. My sisters-in-law were trying to force me to take on 1.5 billion yen in debt with their unreasonable logic. Just as I was in disbelief, Daiki appeared.
I'm sorry, but Misaki has no obligation to pay that.
Huh? What do you mean? I don't understand. She's still technically a daughter, so shouldn't inheritance apply?
You can just say things like that and try to gloss over it.
Is that what you two are saying? Fine, let me explain step by step. First of all, if you inherit an estate, you also inherit the debts. Are we clear on that?
Of course. That's why we're in trouble right now.
You're just trying to make stuff up to get out of it. Based on that explanation, she'd inherit the debts too.
Exactly. And if it stays like this, Misaki will end up with a huge amount of debt. That's why Misaki chose to give up her inheritance.
Huh? What does that mean? How can you do that?
You guys knew there was debt, didn't you?
Yes, my father told me before he died to give up my inheritance. At that time, I pressed him a bit, but once I heard his reasons, I understood. If there's that much debt, I really had no choice but to give it up.
You set us up, didn't you? That's just low.
Oh please, I don't want to hear that from someone who took all 800 million.
You're saying that like you didn't know this would happen and kept your mouth shut. This is invalid. I'll just revoke the abandonment of the inheritance.
There's no way you can do that. Once you renounce inheritance, it can't typically be canceled.
Typically means it can be done, right?
Exactly. If you can do it, then go revoke it now.
Revoking inheritance renunciation is a rare case. In this case, if the debt claim were a lie, Misaki could revoke her renunciation. But since that's not the case, there's no way to revoke it.
Damn it! You're acting all smug and confident.
But why on earth is there this huge amount of debt? If there's that much debt, there's no way you can have 800 million.
Manemi finally began to question the huge amount of debt. Just then,
That's because your intentions to target the inheritance and commit wrongdoing were known to the president.
Ha! Who are you? Outsiders who don't know anything shouldn't be here.
Don't throw around accusations of wrongdoing. Get lost.
I can't do that. I'm Aya, and I was very close to the president. The 1.5 billion yen in debt is an investment in my company, so I'm a key player in this.
Ha! Why does my father have to borrow money for you?
That's part of the strategy the president devised after knowing all about your wrongdoings.
What do you mean by wrongdoing?
If you keep throwing around baseless accusations, we can take this to court.
Oh, are you sure you want to go to court? That would just be a problem for you. So you guys poisoned the president's foredrip. That's a serious crime.
Wait, poison in the 4? That can't be true.
What? I can't believe this. Why would you do something so horrible?
You idiot. Why are you believing such nonsense? We wouldn't do something like that just because we want money.
Exactly. Do you really think we would risk our lives for money?
Well, with that kind of money involved, it wouldn't be surprising if people like you went crazy.
Do you think regular people like us could even get poison?
You think you can scare us with your fancy talk? Not a chance.
I said poison, but really, it was disinfectant, wasn't it?
What? Are you kidding me? Have you been watching too much news?
I don't need to hear that from you. Besides, you also installed wiretaps in the hospital room to eavesdrop on conversations. You're really the worst kind of family.
I can't believe this. How could you do something so horrible? I can't even see you as people who share the same blood.
Exactly. You guys would go that far just for money.
That's what I'm saying. We would never do that. Stop acting like we're the criminals here.
Right? You're just saying whatever you want without any evidence.
The shocking truth was overwhelming, but Aya.
If you're going to go that far, I'll show you. Here. This is the evidence you wanted.
No way. Why do you have something like this?
I was asked by the president to set up cameras. Thanks to that, I've got video of you tampering with the 4 and talking about targeting the inheritance. No matter how you look at it, you're guilty.
What have you done? What do you think human life is worth? Even if it was for money, I thought you at least came to see him. I won't forgive you. I will absolutely never forgive you.
Shut up. What do you mean forgive? You're not family. You're just a stranger.
You're acting like a daughter even though you're not even blood related.
Enough of this already.
Sakura.
Mom went to see him every day. But you aunts only came sometimes and then left right away.
Huh? What's wrong with that? We're not free all the time.
We're talking about serious stuff, so kids should stay out of it.
I'm not staying out. After we visit, Grandpa gets tired and sleeps. You aunts were doing bad things to take advantage of that. There's no way Grandpa thinks of people like that as family.
They're the type who only think about money, even when they're sick. There's no way they'd ever consider doing something for someone else.
That's why the president came to me about a loan. If you want to blame someone, blame your own pathetic selves.
Shut up, shut up. I don't care about any of this anymore. Just do something about the debt. There's no way we can pay back 1.5 billion yen.
If we don't figure something out, we don't even know what we'll do next. If you don't want that, then just accept the 1.5 billion yen debt quietly.
Huh? If you're not going to pay the debt, I'll make sure this video gets out everywhere. If you don't want that, then you better just accept the debt quietly.
What did you say? That's so cowardly.
Coming from a criminal, that doesn't bother me at all.
In any case, we can't do anything about the debt. You're the one who inherited the estate, so you need to deal with it yourselves.
Then at least let's start the process to waive the inheritance now.
Yeah. We didn't know about the debt, so we can waive it.
Oh really? Can you do that? If you try that, I might just get furious and release this video everywhere.
Even if you waived it now, the money you misappropriated will still be debt. You either take on a massive debt or go to prison while still holding on to a large debt. You can choose whichever you prefer.
What does that even mean? There's no way to choose between those.
Hey, if you want, I can apologize. So, can you just let this video thing slide?
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way I'm doing that. You should savor the punishment for all the pain you caused Dad for the rest of your lives.
What you've done can be reported at any time for the next few decades. Make sure you leave with that in mind.
You've made an irreparable mistake, blinded by money.
Wanting something, desiring something isn't a bad thing at all. But if those feelings get too strong, they can turn toxic. You ants have let your toxicity consume you.
Does that mean we have no choice but to take on the debt?
No way! How are we supposed to live from now on?
Thus, Manemi and Kania walked away, heads hung low. The couple, now burdened with a debt of 1.5 billion yen, would endure hellish days ahead. Even after selling off all their assets, the debt remained astronomical, demanding a repayment each month that was outrageous. The amount was so large that they would need to be CEOs of major corporations just to survive, leading them to quickly flee from debt collectors. As a result, The couple began wandering from park to park, scavenging through convenience store dumpsters to scrape by, living in dark days. And as for us,
I see. So this is sundubu jjigae with takana.
the fragrance of the takana within the spicy flavor is just divine.
It makes me want to crack open a cold, golden fizzy beer.
Misaki, just to be sure, you're not giving any to Sakura, right?
Of course not. Why would I?
It's trendy to sing about sundubu jjigae with takana and then crack it open.
What kind of kindergarten is this?
Since then, we've been enjoying peaceful days, not sundubu jjigae with takana. Although it's a bit late, I'm thrilled to finally serve the hot pot dish that Daiki was concerned about. Sakura's kindergarten is always filled with strange trends, and I'm constantly surprised. Just like the song about this hot pot, there was a time when shoe tossing was all the rage. I've decided to brace myself for any bizarre antics Sakura might suddenly start, as we continue to live our tranquil days.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.